Now, y'all said V-part wigs can be worn without leave out, right? Why mine came out like this? Now, I had to fix it. I'm going to show you exactly like how I fixed this to make sure that it was giving seamless. Because the first way I did it is not going to work, and that might be how you're doing it too. So make sure you watch this entire video so that you know exactly what you don't want to do wrong and then exactly what you need to do correctly. Venice is known for having quality wigs. So let me explain the structure. There's going to be two combs up at the front and then two clips in the back. I really like that they changed that. Usually V-part wigs have clips on all four positions, but no. Now let me show y'all exactly what I did wrong. You see how far apart my braids are at the top? This is where I messed up. Now this method I'm doing to pull my hair kind of forward towards the middle part, that's a good method. But how separated these braids are, you don't want to do that. It's going to create too much of an openness in the middle where you're trying to make it more seamless. It's just not going to be right. So I'm going to show you how I fixed that because I was looking at it and I was like, wait a minute. Y'all said I could do a V-part wig without leave out, and it's not giving seamless like I'm seeing in the pictures. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, this ain't right. Something's not right about this. So what I did was wig off and then I unbraided my braids and realized the part was just too big. So I made 4 braids instead of just having 2, and I made sure that the 2 braids in the middle were more closer together. So when I inserted the combs up at the front, they were very close, which is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And then I went ahead and clipped down the clips that are behind the combs and then got it into place, made sure that everything was looking nice. I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good, but I feel like I can make it even more seamless. So let me show you guys exactly how I got it to look even better than how it's looking right now on my head. We can go in a little bit further and do a little bit extra. So I left out a little bit of edges and baby hairs, but that's not what really set it off. We got to do a little bit more just to make sure that the part is not looking as crazy as it is. So once I did my edges and everything and did that method that you guys saw me do at the beginning where I'm just pulling some of my hair towards the part so it just looks a little bit messier and doesn't have like a flat seamless look, you don't want to do that. Now there is another extra step we have to do after this. Pulling your hair more towards the center is definitely helpful, but we do have to go in and you have to make sure that you have a crochet needle. That is going to come into play. Now, some people might say, oh, I'm just going to stop here. It looks good. Hey, if y'all think it looks good from here, then you don't have to watch the rest of the video. But if you're trying to get it even more seamless, I will go ahead and pay attention to the rest and make sure that you guys are subscribed. So the next thing we're going to do is grab our crochet needle and we're just going to start pulling pieces from the actual wig up at the top through my hair. Now, I did this all around. I did this up at the front. Then I did it even in the back, like where the part ended. I made sure I did it all around that perimeter of the wig, making sure that it looks seamless. Like this is gonna help it look even more seamless because it's going through your hair. Even though it's coming off a wig, it looks like it's coming through your hair. Once you also make sure that you open up the hair and brush it, it'll look even more seamless. Like I said before, y'all can stop at the other part, but this is what's really going to set it into place and make sure that it just looks really good. Unclockable and just looking how it's supposed to. Because I don't like having leave out. I don't really want to mess with my hair trying to blend. No, I just want to use the wig and go about my business, try to finesse as much as I can. I don't like putting too much foam or gel or any of that on my hair. So if you're that type of girl where you're just not trying to do too much manipulation, you don't want to use any heat tools, you don't want to use any more gels or creams or anything, you just don't want to use any too many heavy products on your hair just to blend it with the hair that you're using, I definitely recommend this wig and this method for you. I am that type of girl, so if you are that type of girl as well, this is definitely going to be helpful for you. I would definitely add this wig to my collection. This look looks so good. Now, I know a lot of people are like putting on their wigs and they're like, it don't look like how we do on the website or how other people. It's because you're not styling it. So if you made it this far in the video, you have to make sure that you watch how I style this. Main thing is framing your face. I usually start from right below my eyes and then I go diagonally down and I make sure that I frame my face. Going in a downward motion and cutting, opening, closing the scissors, making sure that I'm trimming it nicely, taking my time. This is what's gonna give it more of a natural look to where it's like framed for your face and just framed a little bit more customized to your liking. This is a really important part. A lot of people just put on wigs and they're like, my wigs look wiggy. Yeah, you haven't really customized it or anything for yourself. Like, you have to really make sure that you style it to really get that final finished look. So this step is also important. You might say, oh, okay, I got the part to match, everything's looking blended, cool, but you need to style it because I'm going to show you guys the difference on how it looks between you trying to just leave the wig as is and what it actually is going to look like once you style it, cut it, brush it, add some foam on it. It's going to look way different. Look at this left side compared to the right side. Come on now. You got to make sure that you customize and style it to your liking to make sure that it's tea. So this video is almost finished. Make sure you watch all the way to the end so you can see the final look, the final result, and everything I did to style it. Like I said, I did add some foam, some mousse to my hair. I added some water. I used my unbrush. And then I also did my edges. Now, I don't know what edge control y'all use, but I use Got to Be. That's my favorite. That's what I like to use. And I feel like since this hair is curly, it doesn't have to be too perfect. That's another thing. Everybody likes their edges to be nice, slick down. That's cool if your hair is straight. I feel like if your hair is curly and your natural hair is curly, it doesn't have to be too perfect. You can just really do your own thing. And like I said, this is how you get it to look seamless. Look at the part. It looks so good. So yes, it is true. You can wear a V-part wig without any leave out. And I'm happy. This is what makes my day. Making sure that when I have a wig that is doing what it say it can do. So I'll leave everything in the description box down below. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed and I'll see y'all in the next one.